Ramesh here, the man in the arena. This xenophobia. I want to talk about June 30th, this March. I want to talk about it not because it's uncomfortable, but because it's necessary. And now I'm going to say a few things that are going to make many people uncomfortable. Good. Uncomfortable is where thinking happens. So let's start with the most important fact in this entire conversation. No court ordered June 30th. Hear that again. No statutes sanctioned, no organ of the state endorsed it, certainly no judge signed it, no parliament passed it. A private movement with zero legal authority picked a random date, and somehow an entire nation started organizing its behavior around it. People left their homes, families packed their belongings. Thousands of humans being treated like non-humans, sleeping outside Home Affairs offices in the cold. Governments across the continent started bussing their people out, all because of a date that exists somewhere in people's minds, but nowhere in South African law. Think about it. Now, I want to be honest with you because this topic deserves honesty. South Africans, we are afraid, and those fears are real. Unemployment has hollowed out entire communities. Clinics are stretched beyond breaking point. Our schools are overcrowded. Crime is out of control. The state has failed us repeatedly and spectacularly. They cannot deliver on the basic promise they made to its people. Now, these grievances are legitimate. We're not going to dismiss them. I'm not going to sneer at them. The frustration that is driving people into the streets comes from a real place. And if you've been watching our country for the last decade, you'll understand exactly where it comes from. But here's the question I want you all to sit with. Has pointing a finger at foreign nationals fixed a single school? Has it repaired a clinic? Has it created a job for you or your son or your daughter? Or has it simply given a broken system a human face to blame? Because, folks, that is the oldest political trick in the book, and we are falling for it again. Now, let me tell you what South African law actually says. The Constitution, the supreme law of this country, the document that every single one of us lives under, guarantees the right to dignity, equality, and freedom from violence, not just for citizens, but for every person within our borders. The Immigration Act is equally specific. Enforcement of immigration law happens through an authorized state official following due process with the right to legal representation and the right to challenge any decision before court. Not before a march, not before a group of men with shamrocks and golf clubs thinking they're in charge, not before a civic movement on a Facebook page. It's before a court. What we are watching now is not immigration enforcement. It's thugs. The police have said so. The courts have affirmed it. The president himself has said June 30th deadline is unnecessary. The justice minister has distanced the entire government from it. And yet the fear it generated is entirely real. And the people suffering that fear, many of them, are not undocumented. They are people with valid papers, people with pending applications, people who have built lives here, raised children here, paid taxes here. They're not fleeing a court order. They are fleeing a climate of fear. And that climate was manufactured. I am a South African. I believe in our country's laws. I believe in our constitution. And I believe deeply that the answers to a broken system is not to turn human beings into scapegoats. The answer is in our courts. The answer is in accountability. The answer is demanding that the state do its actual job, which includes enforcing immigration law properly through the correct legal challenge with due process and not through mob pressure. If you believe undocumented migration is a problem and there are legitimate arguments to be made, then take it to the court. Lobby Parliament. Hold Home Affairs accountable. Demand proper management. These are the tools a constitutional democracy gives us. The moment a private movement starts enforcing ultimatums that no court has issued, we are no longer talking about immigration policy. We are now talking about the rule of law and whether it still means anything in our great country. I think it does. But that's going to require many of us to say so out loud, even when it's unpopular. Do the right thing. Go and be the man in the arena. Have a great day.